You probably had dinner tonight. Maybe you scrolled through your phone for a bit before sleeping. And right now you feel completely fine. Nothing hurts, no warning signs. But here's something that most people never find out until it's too late. As a vascular surgeon, someone who has operated on hundreds and thousands of damaged arteries, I can tell you this with complete certainty. The damage building inside your blood vessels doesn't hurt, not at first. It builds silently, night after night, while you were just resting. Today I am going to show you exactly which 5 bedtime habits are quietly accelerating that damage and what to do instead, starting tonight. Now, some of my patients tell me that I am fine, मुझे क्या होगा? And some of you might be thinking that मुझे तो सब ठीक है, मुझे क्या होगा? And that's exactly what my patients were saying when they sat in front of me with a blocked artery that had been building quietly for a decade. Here's what you need to understand. Your body does the majority of your repair work at night. Your blood vessels, and specifically the endothelium, that delicate inner lining of your arteries, repairs itself during deep sleep. But certain bedtime habits slow that repair down to a crawl, or worse, they actively cause damage while you lie there thinking you are doing your body a favor. So let's go through each one. Mistake number 1 is eating late at night. And listen, I completely understand. In most Indian households, dinner at 9, sometimes at 10, that's just life. Late office hours, traveling, joint family, everybody eats when everybody is finally home. But here's what's happening inside your body when you eat and then immediately lie down. Your blood sugar and insulin levels stay elevated for hours after the meal. That elevation, even though it feels like nothing, triggers something called as low-grade inflammation inside your blood vessels. Think of it in this way. Imagine the inner wall of your artery as a smooth, polished surface. Every post-meal blood sugar spike acts like sandpaper rubbing against that surface. Once, twice, every single night for years. That wall gets damaged, it becomes rough and uneven, and rough artery walls, that's precisely where plaque begins to accumulate. And that is how plaques start. Not with one dramatic event, with continuous habit of dinner at 10 p.m. The simple fix: try to keep a gap of at least 2 to 3 hours between your last meal and bedtime. Even a gentle 10-minute walk after dinner can significantly blunt that sugar spike. Small change but real impact. Before we go to mistake number 2, here's something that will make you think. Research in vascular medicine shows that consistently poor nighttime habits can make your vascular age, the actual biological age of your arteries, up to a decade older than your real age. So if you're 45, your arteries could be functioning like those of a 55-year-old. So most people think that sleep is about how many hours you get. But here's the truth. The quality of your sleep matters as much as the quantity, sometimes even more. There's a hormone called as cortisol, your primary stress hormone. When the sleep is broken, shallow, or interrupted, your body keeps producing cortisol throughout the night. And what cortisol does to your arteries is it keeps the blood pressure gently but consistently elevated. It keeps your blood vessels slightly constricted, and night after night, this can create a low-grade chronic strain on your arterial walls. You're not getting the deep restorative sleep where your cardiovascular system finally gets to relax and improve. Instead, your body is running on a background stress mode even while you are technically asleep. The result is reduced flexibility in your blood vessels, resulting in a higher cardiovascular risk and a body that wakes up tired every morning. Here I want to share you something which I encountered very recently. A patient, 52-year-old, very disciplined man, walked every morning, didn't smoke, ate reasonably well, but he was chronically stressed at work and his sleep was terrible. Barely 5 hours, always fragmented. He was genuinely shocked. Doctor, I thought I was doing everything right. Well, he wasn't doing anything dramatically wrong, but every single night his arteries were paying a quite compounding price. Okay, now on to mistake number 3. This one, almost every one of us is guilty of, including me at some point. One last reel, one more news update, one more WhatsApp chat, Netflix ka ek aur episode. But here's the science. The blue light emitted by your phone, tablet, or laptop suppresses melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone that signals your brain to transition into deep restorative sleep. And when melatonin is disrupted, your brain stays mentally alert and stimulated, long past when it should be actually winding down. You didn't enter the deep sleep stages where arterial repair actually happens. And as we have already established, poor sleep quality directly drives up cortisol, keeps your blood pressure elevated, and prevents your vascular system from doing its nightly maintenance. The recommendation is simple. Be off the screen for at least 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Read something physical, do some light stretching. Your arteries will thank you more than you realize. Now you all might be thinking, ये सब सुनने में अच्छा लगता है डॉक्टर साहब, but करना मुश्किल है. Fair enough, we'll address that too. I have 5 practical, genuinely easy to implement habits at the end of this video. But first, mistakes number 4 and 5. These are the 2 ones that most people completely underestimate. Don't skip these. You're in bed, the room is dark, but your mind is running. Tomorrow's deadline, an unresolved argument, financial stress, something someone said. This kind of mental activity keeps your nervous system in a semi-activated state throughout the night. Your brain keeps signaling the release of cortisol and adrenaline even while your body is completely still. The result? Your heart rate doesn't drop the way it should. Your blood pressure doesn't ease off. Your blood vessels, which should be relaxing and recovering, remain under low-level strain for hours. And over years, this pattern of nightly mental stress is one of the most underappreciated causes of gradual arterial damage. The fix doesn't need to be complicated. Even 5 minutes of slow, deliberate breathing before bed activates your parasympathetic nervous system and physically signals your body to shift out of alert mode. Journaling works too. Just writing down what's on your mind helps offload it from active processing. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need something intentional. Now, mistake number 5, and I'll be honest, this one surprises most of the patients when I bring it up. A lot of people deliberately cut back on water in the evening because nighttime waking up to go to the bathroom, nobody wants those 2 a.m. bathroom trips, thinking it will interfere with your sleep. Completely logical, except what it does to your arteries. When you are even mildly dehydrated, your blood becomes slightly thicker, more viscous, and thicker blood puts more mechanical strain on your heart, which now has to work harder to push it through your vessels. For your arteries, this increased viscosity creates greater internal friction and pressure. It also directly affects how well the walls of your blood vessels are nourished and repaired overnight. And for people who already have high blood pressure, mild dehydration can cause unpredictable fluctuations in blood pressure throughout the night, which is the last thing your arterial walls need. This might appear to be small, but the long-term effect is very real. So the fix, stay well hydrated throughout the day. You don't need to drink large quantities of water before going to bed. But don't just let yourself reach bedtime already running on a deficit. Now, these 5 mistakes don't affect everyone equally. If you have diabetes, your blood vessels are already under oxidative stress. These bedtime habits accelerate damage significantly faster than in someone without diabetes. If you have high blood pressure, your arteries are already working under elevated load every day. Poor nighttime recovery compounds that strain. If your cholesterol is high, your vessels are already prone to plaque accumulation. Inflammation from late eating and poor sleep can accelerate the risk. And if you're above 40 or 50, your body's natural vascular repair mechanisms are already slower. The same mistakes create a far greater impact than they would have done at age of 30. It's not just one factor, it's just about how these risks combine and stack over time. And that is why your nighttime habits, which feel completely trivial, are actually critical when it comes to protecting your long-term vascular health. Okay, so let's end this on something positive. Here are 5 practical but small habits that directly support vascular recovery at night. 1. A short, gentle 10-minute walk after dinner. Not a workout, just a stroll. It burns that post-meal sugar spike beautifully. 2. Keep your room slightly cool and well ventilated. Cooler temperatures consistently improve deep sleep quality, and better sleep means better arterial repair. 3. Avoid heavy mental simulation in the last 1 hour before bed. No intense debates, no work emails, no news that can spike your cortisol. 4th, Try keeping your legs slightly elevated for a few minutes before you sleep. It improves the venous return and reduces that heaviness or sluggishness in the legs that many people have. And 5, try to breathe through the nose during sleep. Nasal breathing improves oxygen delivery and reduces cardiovascular stress. If you find yourself habitually breathing through the mouth at night, then do consult with an ENT doctor. None of these 5 are dramatic changes, but they work because they directly support how your body manages circulation, recovery, and repair during those critical nighttime hours. Here's the truth. Most of these mistakes don't feel dangerous in the moment. You won't notice anything tomorrow, and that's exactly why they get ignored, sometimes for years together. But this is how arterial damage actually builds. Not through one dramatic event, but through small habits repeated every single night, compounding quietly over years. So start with 1 or 2 changes, stay consistent for those, and then build it from there. If this video helped you, I am sure you would like this video too.